Hey guys, let's start 29th episode of Daily Football News and know what has happened in the past 24 hours. Griezmann wants MLS move. Ronaldo matches close record. Will Messi renew his Barca contract? Let's quickly find out all of these in this video. Before starting this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Let's start today's video with yesterday's fixtures and their results. Italy beat Wales by 1-0. Switzerland defeated Turkey by 3-0. Venezuela and Ecuador also hailed 1-1 draw. Manchester City are set to offer a take-it-or-leave-it deal to Tottenham for Harry Kane in the region of €100 million. Per The Star, Pep Guardiola's side are the biggest suitor for the England captain, who wants to end his time in North London in search of trophies. However, City are still likely to find themselves thwarted by a Spurs hierarchy determined to not let their biggest player leave them in the lurch. The England international could make a major transfer to Spain. Carlo Ancelotti looks set to raid old club Everton as part of his spending plans at Real Madrid, with a €50 million move for Dominic Calvert-Lewin on the cards. Per The Sun, the England international could swap Merseyside for Spain if the former Toffees boss, back at Santiago Bernabeu, gets his way. Under Ancelotti, Calvert-Lewin has established himself as the de facto understudy to Harry Kane in the number 9 role for England. Marseille have reached an agreement with Barcelona for the transfer of Conrad de la Fuente, reports Marca. The 19-year-old was Barcelona B's player of the season, but was unable to secure regular minutes with the first team. Marseille will pay €5 million for the American international. Red Devils star may leave on free transfer next summer. Manchester United fear Paul Pogba is set to run down his contract at Old Trafford and leave the club as a free agent, claims the Mirror. The France international was one of the Red Devils' most expensive buys when he returned to the club from Juventus in 2016. Pogba has arguably rediscovered his best club form under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this season, but a continued lack of trophies has affected him, and United now believe he will seek to run down his current deal despite their attempts to get him to agree to fresh terms. Kai Havertz ended the 2020-2021 campaign at Chelsea with a match-winning goal in the Champions League final, and has now become Germany's youngest scorer at a European championship. The highly rated forward silenced his doubters in style. Havertz put in lively performance during a heavyweight clash with Portugal on Saturday. In the process, a piece of European Championship history was made. Rodrigo de Paul will undergo his medical as new Atletico Madrid player only after the Copa America. He's flying to Madrid once the competition is finished to complete his move to Atletico. €35 million final fee to Udinese, and deal done. Confirmed. Real Madrid boss Carlo Ancelotti is hoping to pry Rafael Guerreiro away from Borussia Dortmund, reports Bild. The 27-year-old has proven to be a real weapon since joining Dortmund in 2016, able to play in any position on the left and in central midfield. Dortmund won't allow the Portugal international to leave for less than €60 million. Juventus are readying an official approach for Sassuolo midfielder Manuel Locatelli that will see them offer €30 million and Radu Dragusin, Goal has learned. The 23-year-old is currently starring for Italy at Euro 2020, which could see his transfer value rise even higher. Aaron Ramsey is figuring on Barcelona's recruitment radar, claims El Gol Digital. Juventus are open to offloading the Wales international midfielder this summer, and a deal could be done with those at Camp Nou. Real Madrid are keen to sell Luka Jovic to raise funds for further investment in the squad, but AS reports the striker's top suitors, Eintracht Frankfurt, will have to wait until they sell Andre Silva before they can bring the Croatian back to Germany. Manchester United and Chelsea are said to be after Silva, but may not be willing to spend the €40 million required to land him, leaving Madrid stuck with Jovic. Rui Patricio has agreed to join Roma, says Sky Sport in Italy. The Serie A side must now convince Wolves to sell, and the Premier League team are demanding around €15 million for him. Granada could make a move for Barcelona midfielder Carles Elena, according to Sport. The midfielder has no future at Camp Nou, and Granada's new coach Robert Moreno hopes to lure him with the promise of playing time in La Liga. Inter hope to rescue Donny van de Beek from Manchester United. Calciomercato reports the Serie A side are eager to sign a new player to replace Christian Eriksen after his heart attack during Euro 2020. Van de Beek is the top candidate, but Inter cannot afford to buy him and hope to come to an agreement over a loan deal. The Daily Mail say that several of Europe's top clubs are interested in signing Jorginho this summer, but he's unlikely to leave Chelsea, his agent has revealed. The 29-year-old has won both the Champions League and Europa League with Chelsea and is part of Italy's squad for the Euros this summer. Arsenal have not opened talks with Lazio for Joaquin Correa despite rumors. He's not even considered a target as of today. Sevilla could make a move for Eintracht Frankfurt's Daichi Kamada, per Toto Fichajes. The Japan international notched 15 assists at club level last season. Now, he could trade the Bundesliga for La Liga, Rafa Benitez will snub Everton amid protests over his potential arrival and instead seal a shock move back to Newcastle United, claims Football Insider. The former Liverpool boss has been linked with succeeding Carlo Ancelotti at Goodison Park, only for Toffees fans to voice displeasure at his arrival given his ties with Merseyside rivals Liverpool. Now, he could instead return to St James Park and the Magpies, whom he previously managed between 2016 and 2019, winning the championship. Now, let's move towards the major news of the day. Antoine Griezmann says he still wants to move to the United States after his contract at Barcelona runs out. The France international said last year that a spell in MLS has long been one of his career objectives. Asked if he will move to MLS at the age of 32 or 33, Griezmann told Le Figaro, "I still have 3 years to go. I have to pay attention to my body, because at any time it can change. My contract with Barcelona runs until June 2024, and after that I think it will be the right time to go to the United States. I love this country, the culture, the NBA, and the desire for adventure attracts me, but I also have a family that I would have to move out there. I would like to end my career there but still be good enough on the pitch and win MLS. Instead of coming in with nothing to give and looking like nothing on the pitch. That wouldn't make sense." Cristiano Ronaldo has another piece of history in his sights after matching the record of Germany legend Miroslav Klose when it comes to combined goals at World Cups and European Championships. That strike was his 19th at the two major international tournaments, with no player boasting more. Barcelona are closing in on Lionel Messi's contract extension and could announce it on his 34th birthday, according to reports, say The Sun. Last month, President Joan Laporta said he was moderately optimistic Messi would sign a new contract with the club. His current deal is due to expire at the end of June, with the 33-year-old having remained at Barcelona for the 2020-21 season despite seeking a summer exit last year. What will be the score in upcoming fixtures in Euro 2020 and Copa America between Ukraine versus Austria, North Macedonia versus Netherlands, Russia versus Denmark, Finland versus Belgium, Uruguay versus Chile, Argentina versus Paraguay? Comment down your predictions. This was the end for our 29th episode. We will be back with more interesting news and transfer rumors tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.